Avalanches dominate Blackhawks. Flyers GM son faces criminal charges, and more. These are the latest NHL chirps today. Explosive Avalanches send Blackhawks into a tailspin. Despite playing well in the first two periods against the Colorado Avalanche, the Blackhawks were unable to score in a 5-0 loss at Ball Arena on Monday night, as the score remained 2-0 after 40 minutes. Caleb Jones believed his squad could keep up with their opponents. Yet, with a fast-paced and skilled club like the Avalanche, they were able to keep all lines open and shut down the Blackhawks. Jones said that it was difficult and obviously not the outcome they desired. He mentioned that they were an excellent team and that they just kept coming at them. Jones added that they rolled 4 lines, all played fast with an emphasis on high-end players, and that they had just outplayed them. In the second period, Chicago outshot Colorado 12-7 in an attempt to tie the game going into the third quarter, but even with several power play opportunities, it wasn't enough. The Blackhawks would be outshot 32-27 by the end of the night. "I thought we played very well. We were getting our chances and opportunities," Jones remarked. "Alex Stalock was doing incredible things for us to keep us in, and then it just kind of unraveled from there." Head coach Luke Richardson thought Alex Stalock kept his cool in the net tonight to keep the team in the game. However, the team simply couldn't capitalize on many chances to help spark that momentum and reward their goaltender. "The third power play goal was a touch demoralizing, but that happens," Jones admitted. "We've come a long way this year, so we're just going to try to push hard for the first half of the third and see what happens if we don't get anything." Fanatics announced as the NHL's official on-ice outfitter for the 2024-25 season. Fanatics will become the NHL's official on-ice uniform outfitter in 2024-25, taking the next step as a performance brand and longtime NHL partner in a 10-year agreement announced Tuesday. The Fanatics logo will appear on professional sports outfits for the first time. However, since 2017, the company has produced Major League Baseball game jerseys with the Nike brand. And since 2018, it has produced the NHL Authentic Pro range of official performance and training equipment and headwear worn by players, coaches, and staff. Over the last 2 decades, Fanatics' partnership with the NHL has expanded to include NHL e-commerce and retail operations, fan apparel and headwear, replica jerseys, licensed memorabilia, performance and training products, on-ice Stanley Cup Champions apparel and official on-ice uniforms for players, and original jerseys for supporters. Our expanded collaboration with Fanatics reflects our common commitment to innovation, performance, and serving our players and fans, said NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman. Our athletes and fans should be excited about what Fanatics will add to the best uniforms in sports. Fanatics CEO Michael Rubin called it a seminal moment in the firm's history and a tribute to the hands-on collaborative relationship the company has developed with the NHL over the years. "I can't wait to see our brand for the first time on official on-ice clothes," Rubin remarked. According to Brian Jennings, NHL Senior Executive Vice President of Marketing and Chief Branding Officer, Adidas has been the NHL's official on-ice jersey outfitter since 2017-18 and will end strong next season. Jennings has seen the uniforms for the 2023 Tim Hortons NHL Heritage Classic, which will take place on October 29th at Commonwealth Stadium in Edmonton, and the 2024 Discover NHL Winter Classic, which will take place on January 1st at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. He was involved in the design of the jerseys for the 2024 Honda NHL All-Star Game, which will take place on February 3rd at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. Erie wheelchair incident lands Carson Briere in hot water. Following the release of a video purporting to show NCAA hockey player Carson Briere pushing a wheelchair down a flight of stairs, the Mercyhurst University student faces charges of criminal mischief, conspiracy to commit criminal mischief, and disorderly conduct. According to Pennsylvania court records, the allegations of criminal mischief resulting in property damage and criminal conspiracy to commit criminal mischief are both second-degree misdemeanors. Patrick Karatzi, a member of the Mercyhurst men's lacrosse team, was also accused by Erie City Police. Briere and Karatzi are slated for preliminary hearings in Erie County Central Court on May 22nd at 11 a.m. At this point, the charges have not been proven in court. The video shows Sidney Bean's wheelchair being pushed down the steps at Sullivan's Pub and Restaurant in Erie Pie, while Beans was in the restroom. Beans, who had both of her legs amputated, was allegedly carried down the steps by friends, leaving her wheelchair at the top. Briere can be seen on the footage sitting in the chair before pushing it down the stairs and returning to the tavern. According to the criminal complaint, Briere and Carozzi's acts caused the left brake handle to not function correctly, the plastic molding on the right armrest to break, the rear handle is somewhat bent, and the wheels are suffering drag driving ahead. According to the complaint, the wheelchair cost around $2,000. The charges were filed by Erie City Police 5 days after Briere issued an apology, as did his father, Daniel Briere, who is the general manager of the NHL's Philadelphia Flyers. "I'm deeply sorry for my behavior," Carson Briere stated at the time in a statement. "There is no explanation for my conduct, and I will do everything in my power to compensate for this tremendous lack of judgment." Daniel Briere, his father, was recruited as the Flyers' general manager just days before the event, following the departure of former Philadelphia GM Chuck Fletcher. The elder Briere, who played in the NHL for 17 years, said he was shocked by Carson's behavior, which he called inexcusable. On March 15th, Mercyhurst University issued a statement condemning the conduct, saying, "The action depicted in the video weighs on our hearts and falls short of our mercy belief in the intrinsic dignity of each person." The consequences for Briere's actions were not announced by the school. Students and all people who make poor decisions need opportunity to learn, modify behaviors, and atone for damaging actions, the school stated. Mercyhurst Athletics, on the other hand, suspended Briere and Carozzi indefinitely, along with an undisclosed third athlete. Lindgren set to take on Hurricanes. Lindgren was injured in the first period of a 6-3 defeat to the Washington Capitals on February 25th, when his left shoulder was slammed into the boards by a collision from winger TJ Oshie. He missed 11 games. In 57 games this season, he has 17 points, 1 goal, 16 assists. "It's been difficult," Lindgren said. "It's been a while, but it feels nice to be back in there tonight. I'm feeling fine, and I'm looking forward to the game." Lindgren stated that his rehabilitation took longer than he anticipated. "But you just want to make sure that when you get back out there, you can play the way you want to play and not hold anything back," Lindgren explained. "So, sure, it took a little longer, but I'm finally there and feeling good." He said he knew he'd be able to play on Tuesday after putting himself through shooting and physical contact drills. "I've just felt better and better shooting the puck and getting a little physical out there with certain players, just kind of trying it," Lindgren said. "I just felt like today was the day to get back to 100%. The Rangers have won 4 straight games and 6 of their last 7. They are third in the Metropolitan Division, 6 points behind the first-place Hurricanes. Do you think Carson Briere deserves to spend time in jail, or it was just a silly kid's joke? Let us know in the comments below. Also, make sure to subscribe and click the video on the screen if you haven't watched yesterday's Chirps.